Felicia and I'm back with another video. I'm back with another video. I'm back with another video. So today, I'm gonna be doing a little story time for y'all, and the topic it's kind of crazy. It's a lot of opinions. It's a lot of people who think they know what's going on, who don't know what's going on. Like, y'all, it's just a lot. But you know, I don't care, and I'm here to clear the air because it's a side to every story. And it's some people who've only heard my side. It's some people who've heard the other side. It's some people who ain't heard no side. It's like people ask me, why you and this person not friends no more? Y'all was like this. Like, I mean, stuff happen, guys. And at the end of the day, it do suck when you lose, like, one of the closest friends to you, but it's life, and like I said, stuff happens. So we're gonna get this story time started on the story of how I lost my best friend. I'm gonna put this disclaimer out there. I'm not bashing nobody's name. I'm not trying to bring up nothing from the past. I'm not trying to get nothing started. It ain't none of that. It's just simply me telling my version of how I lost my friend, point blank, period. So I'm not gonna put no names out. Some people watching this video, I'm pretty sure you know exactly who I'm talking about. Other people probably have no clue. Let's jump right into it. I met this girl. We're not going to use real names. We're going to use fake names. So I met a girl named Felicia. And me and Felicia, we was going to be roommates or whatever, coming into Georgia Southern. If I haven't told y'all already, I do go to Georgia Southern University. So she was going to be my first roommate ever, guys. So long story short, we ended up being roommates, and we had got close. We've been close since, we was close since before really we even became roommates. Like, even in the stages of you getting to know your roommate, like, we was still cool. Like, I ain't never feel like, I don't think I want this girl to be my roommate. Like, I ain't never feel like that or nothing. It was always just like, dang, my roommate actually seemed pretty cool. Like, from the first time we text each other, we noticed that we had a lot of stuff in common and everything. So like, it was never like a bad vibe. Like, hell no, new roommate me please. Like, it was never like that. So we moved in together. We did our little summer school together. We did everything we had to do. We stayed on track and we bonded. Like, this girl probably was one of the closest females I have ever in my life been close to. Because me personally, y'all, I'm not an outgoing female, but I'm not a female who's not outgoing. But I'm not one of those females who's just in the midst of everything type thing. Like, I just really stay to myself and tend to myself. So me getting close to her was like a big step for me, because it's like, dang, like, I finally got somebody who, like, I talk to about everything. I can call her if I need advice. She can call me if I need advice. And it was never to the point to where I would have to lie about the advice or none of that. It's been times where she gave me advice and I didn't want to hear it. And it's been times where I gave her advice and she didn't want to hear it. So me and her was friends for about 2 years. Coming into our sophomore year, we decided that we wanted to live off campus. So we moved off campus, and long story short, some altercations happened, not with me and her, but with other outside individuals. So some altercations happened and it caused us to split away from each other. And a few months into us moving in, I had to move out. Now, I still live in the same neighborhood, but it wasn't the same building. But to me, I felt like that wasn't a reason for our friendship to diminish. Like, at the end of the day, we just don't live together no more. But at the end of the day, like, you still my dog. Like, we still gonna do everything that we was already doing together. So when I moved out, the friendship, it started to slowly go downhill. And Felicia was in her feelings about certain things, but she never came to me about it. Initially, she never came to me about it. It was kind of like me trying to figure out what exactly was wrong with her as to why she was treating me how she was. Because I was like, dang, like, this supposed to be my dog, and she ain't even telling me what's going on. She just, like, throwing shots and stuff. So I'm like, what the fuck? So JB, she was in the last video. She ended up telling me that, you know, Felicia feel this kind of way about certain things that's going on, and she feel like, you know, you're not supporting her. So I was like, dang, okay. Well, I mean, it was like, I understood what she was saying, but it was still to the point to where, like, y'all, it wasn't like this big ass crazy situation. Like, she could have just came to me and talked to me about it. So one, that had got me kind of hurt a little bit. So I'm like, dang, like my dog not even talking to me about nothing. She just straight up unfriended me and not telling me why. Felicia was in a relationship with another girl, and we gonna call this girl Kathy. So Felicia was in a relationship with Kathy, and me and Kathy got into it one night. It was homecoming, and I went down there because Felicia and Kathy lived in an apartment, but it was also one other roommate. This is the same as that apartment that I moved out of. So keep in mind, me and Felicia was always our only roommates. But then when we moved off campus, we got another roommate. But this girl's our friend. Like, we still never lived with someone we didn't know. So I went down. It was homecoming. So my other roommate and like some of my other friends was down there, and I simply went down there. Keep in mind, me and Felicia and Kathy haven't spoke, but I didn't go down there for them. So, you know, I go in, and not to get into detail, short, me and Kathy got into it. So I'm walking out the door, and I hear Kathy tell JB, like, you need to get your hoe that's walking out the door or something like that. So, yeah, I'm looking back like, who is she talking? But the other people was like, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, just leave, because she said this as I was leaving. So then I put on my snap. If you got something to say, you can say it before I leave, not as I'm walking out the door. So then that's when Kathy snapped me, and she was like, if you got something to say, you could have said it. Keep in mind, y'all, I didn't say nothing, but I was finna turn around and go beat her ass, okay? But I didn't say nothing. I kept walking. I left the house. Felicia messaged me, and she was saying, she responded to my snap and said, if you got something to say, you can say it. And I responded to Felicia, and I politely said, this don't have nothing to do with you. It got to do with your girlfriend. So I don't even know why you messaging me in the first place, because clearly, you know, it's some beef going on that you ain't spoke on. Like, straight up, period. So we started talking about what was going on and everything like that. And we was just explaining to each other, like, she felt like I did something wrong, and I felt like for her not coming to me in the first place, like, she was in the wrong. We was explaining that to each other, and she was saying at the end of the day, you know, like, I got your back. Like, I'm not gonna let nothing come in between this friendship. And I'm the same way, like, you know. But at the same time, me and Felicia having these words, Kathy done snapped back on the Snapchat too. So me and Kathy going back and forth, like, I wasn't gonna, you know, pull up. And long story short, some fighting words got exchanged, and Kathy was like, come back then, or something she said. Long story short, by this time, y'all, I was so mad. I had a lot of emotions going on. I was dealing with a lot of stuff. So it was like, boom. Anybody who coming at me sideways, like what's up? Straight up, period. I go back down there. Long story short, me and Kathy got into a little altercation. From that point on, and the thing that made me mad about that, Felicia had just messaged me, y'all, like 30 seconds prior to me going back to that house. She messaged me this long message on how she had my back through everything. Now, when we get in the altercation, she cheering on her girlfriend. Don't get me wrong. That's her girlfriend, and it's nothing wrong with that. But don't sit up here and tell me you got my back and this, that, and the third. Because if that was the case, me and the girl wouldn't even got in an altercation in the first place. But Felicia really didn't know me and Kathy was getting into it. Because when I went back down there, she was looking like, why the fuck was I back at the house? So, fast forward after that, we all just took a break from each other. Probably like a week or two break. We all took a break from each other, and we was like, fuck the friendship, like, you know. But then, after that, me and Felicia, we talked it out. Because at the end of the day, like, this is my best friend. So, we did talk out the situation, and we became best friends. And me and Kathy, at first, she probably wasn't really fucking with it. But eventually, you know, me and her got back cool. So, now we all back cool. We back to normal. At the end of the day, me and Kathy was close as fuck. And me and Felicia was close. Even though me and Kathy got into it, before our friendship ended, me and Kathy was close. Like, she would call me if just stuff was going on. And I mean, I would call her. Like, we both was kind of like the girlfriend. And because, not to mention, JB and Felicia was best friends. So, we was kind of like the girlfriends, just talking about everything or whatever. So, long story short, you know, we all got back cool, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Now, as I mentioned, y'all should know by now, me and Felicia, like this. Me and Felicia got into some trouble, like some deep trouble, y'all. Like, we almost effed up our whole rest of our life. The result of that trouble was I decided to help Felicia get out of what we had got in. And so I helped her get out of it. The problem came so we got back cool around like October, November. The end of December going into January, JB called me and she was like, didn't you help Felicia get out that trouble she was in? And I was like, yeah. She was like, well, she's telling Kathy that she helped you and you ain't helped her and you paying her back. Y'all, one thing about it, I don't like when people take advantage of me at all. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, you know what? I ain't even gonna say nothing to her. I don't even feel like dealing with the beef no more. I'm gonna just let her have it. Eventually, I will speak on the situation, but I was just like, you know what? We just gonna see how this ride out. So, but the whole time I'm just baffled. Like, what? So long story short, we had another friend. The other friend, we're gonna call her B. B and Felicia, they had stuff going on. And they ended up getting into it. And B was like, you lying just like how you lie about Kiki, about her doing what I did for her. So when her and B got into it, me and Felicia was already texting in general. So she sent me the screenshot of what B said. And I was like, really? I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to cause, other friendship issues, or I didn't want to get into it. Eventually, I was going to talk to you about it, but it really wasn't time to place. And it made me mad at B because it wasn't her position to even bring that up to Felicia. Like, it wasn't her. She shouldn't have said that in the first place. And so, but Felicia like, well, what the hell really going on? Because now she's saying that you ain't told me nothing. So, like, what's really going on? But the reason why I never wanted to say nothing to Felicia is because I didn't want Felicia and JB to split ways. Because JB told me this, but Felicia her best friend. So it's like, if I say that, more than likely, they friendship gonna end. But it's like, well, now Felicia knows, so I gotta tell her. So I tell Felicia, and she straight up, oh, she lying. But now, y'all, I'm stuck in a hard place because it's like, well, my best friend saying she lying. Saying JB lying, but JB saying Felicia lying. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who am I supposed to believe here? So that did, and as I said, that caused Felicia and JB to not be friends. But for me, I'm just like the middle person. So I'm like, honestly, I don't know who lying and who telling the truth at this point. But somebody lying and somebody telling the truth. Me personally, I don't know who it is. To this day, I still don't know who the hell lying and who the hell was telling the truth. After that, it's like me and Felicia was close and me and JB was close. So the whole time, I'm just trying not to take sides. But the thing that started to make me mad was after Felicia and JB stopped being friends, Felicia would say stuff about JB on Facebook. And I'm like, at the end of the day, like, y'all not friends no more, but you can't, they don't give you the right to just bash her like y'all wasn't just friends. Like, it ain't, that's wrong. And that's when I start getting mad at Felicia. Because it's like, now you doing too much. Like, you doing too much. It ain't even that deep. Then it's hard for me to hang around both of y'all. Because, it's one thing to have y'all in the room, but why have all y'all in the room and I'm only talking to, like, I have to talk to y'all separately. Like, it was getting out of hand. So, here comes another altercation where some money got stolen. Now, this is what really made me and Felicia stop being friends. And a lot of people bashed me for it. And honestly, guys, when money gets stolen, ain't no justification for that. So one day, I was looking at my account and I seen some money was gone to a place that we eat at in Statesboro. So I'm looking like, what? Like, y'all, this is like $50-something. I'm like, what the hell? So I go up to the place, and in my mind, I wasn't even thinking figure out who did it. I'm initially thinking like they need to give me back my money. So I go up to the place, and no, at first I called the school because it was a school account. So I called the school, and the school was like, well, we can't refund you. You got to go to the actual restaurant. So the restaurant was like, well, we can't do nothing without a police report. So I I filed a police report because keep in mind, at the time, I did not know. I wasn't focused on who did it. I wasn't worried about none of that. I was worried about getting my $50-something back, period. So I filed a police report or whatever. And then the police was like, would you like to press charges if, you know, someone did do this? Like, I'm like, I guess, yeah, shit. If that's what I need to do to get my money back, then run it. And keep in mind, y'all, I got money, don't get me wrong, but one thing I don't play about is my money. And what somebody not gonna do is take from me. I don't give a fuck if it's $1, 10, but 50, oh no, you're not getting it. No, you're not taking nothing from me and expect me not to retaliate. Go back up to the pizza place where I done took the police report out and stuff. And the manager, she was like, okay, she was like, I can go. I had the time and the date it happened. She was like, I can try to pull up the receipt and we can see, you know, what we can figure out. So she come back. She was like, do you know somebody named Felicia? Y'all. I said, yeah. She said, is her address XYZ, XYZ, XYZ? I said, yeah. She said, oh, well, she's the one who made these authorizations on your account. I said, are you serious right now? She was like, yeah, and this is her phone number. Like, y'all, every fucking thing matched back up. Like, everything matched back up to her. Not to mention, she got the shit for delivery. Now, y'all, it's one thing to do some fucked up shit. But how the hell you gonna do some fucked up shit, put it in your name, and get the shit for delivery? Like, of course they're gonna track that back to you. So I'm like, wow, like, you really gonna do this to me? Like, and my biggest issue with it, y'all, like, sometimes talking about it made me emotional because, like, me and this girl was like this. And it's like the biggest issue for me was, at the end of the day, if you needed it, all you had to do was reach out to me. All you had to do was hit me up. Like, yes, we was having our issues, but at the end of the day, like, I done fed this girl before and she done fed me before. Like, we done already done this type of stuff for each other. So it wasn't no reason for you to have to go behind my back and do it. You feel me? Like, I could see if we ain't been doing this type of stuff for each other and you was like, well, she might say no. But we was like dicks. We done already bounced back from one issue we was having. So why we couldn't bounce back from this one? But instead, it's like, you go take $50-something from me for some food. I could have bought you the fucking food, my nigga. You got me fucked up. So, y'all, I come home and I call her. I'm like, so you thought it was okay to take my money out my da-da-da-da-da? Click. This girl hung up on me, y'all. And the whole time I was thinking, like, I already told these people to press charges on her. And it's like, she acting like she didn't give a fuck. So it was like, why should I tell them not to press the charges? You know what I'm saying? From that day forward, me and this girl never spoke. Like, we stopped being friends. The police had ended up taking her to jail. And when that happened, I felt bad. But it was like I didn't feel bad. Like I did, but I didn't. But I'm going to tell y'all why I didn't feel bad. I felt bad because that was my friend. You know, jail is not somewhere I want to see anybody end up, period. But the thing that messed me up was when it happened, all these other girls coming at me like, oh, you wrong, this, that, and the third. Like, they really just hyping up the situation. So I'm like, well, shit, since everybody want to come at me, nobody want to hear my side, everybody want to put me in the wrong, especially females, like, no. So really, since your friends want to talk shit, then no, I'm not going to try to stop that shit. Like, fuck that shit. So you take that up with your friends because now your friends want to add their little 2 cents in. So since they want to add their little 2 cents in, that's only making the situation worse, honestly. So y'all, she went in jail, and after like a week, after like 2 weeks, I had finally messaged Kathy, which is her girlfriend. I was like, look, if y'all can get me back my money, I'll try to go down here and get these charges dropped. Because when they told me the charges, I was like, oh, hell no. Like, the shit was fucked up. So I was like, I'll try to get the charges dropped. But initially, I had told her sister. And her sister told me she was going to tell her. But apparently, the sister told the girlfriend. The girlfriend started messaging me. The sister never told her, because apparently she ain't want that deal. She ain't want the deal of paying me to get the charges dropped. So, but nobody told me that. I didn't know that till they dropped the charges, and guess what? I never got the motherfucking money. I dropped the charges. I tell them to get the charges dropped. The next day, she got out of jail. But they was telling me she didn't get out because the charges was dropped. She got out on bond. But how ironic is it? I go up there, get them this letter saying I wanted the charges dropped. I even still got proof of that. I got all the messages from when I was messaging the girlfriend. We're gonna pay you back. We got you. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. But I get her. She get out of jail literally, y'all, the next fucking day after I gave him this paper. She got out of jail. And this was probably in like maybe June or July. I don't really remember. It was months ago. And I just got the check for the $54 from the county probation office. I just got the fucking check, y'all, like a month ago. So in a 3-month time span, she get out of jail. I'm trying to get in touch with her. I'm calling. She done disconnected her number. She done blocked me on everything. Like, I really can't get in touch with this girl. I finally just messaged her friend, and I was like, can you ask Carly, when can we meet up for this money? She responded like, well, Carly said she ain't know about that, and that ain't one a part of the deal. So it's like, at this point, y'all just playing me. Because girlfriend was all for it. As soon as she get out, we gonna make sure you get your money. We won't play you because, you know, you ain't got to be doing this. It's like, I take the little kindness I had in my heart, the little bad feeling that I had for even letting it escalate to that, because we was better than that. I take that and that shit just blow up in my face, because I ain't even get the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it was only $54, but it's still the principle of the fact. Like, sometimes it's not what happens. Sometimes it's the principle of how stuff happens, you know? Moral of the story is, friends come and go. But it really sucks when it's your closest friend. But, you know, maybe some friendships not meant to be. Maybe some are. I don't really know. To this day, it's still hard dealing with. Because, like, I deal with a lot of stuff. And she was literally, like, the only person I confided in about a lot of stuff that I'm already dealing with, you know. But that's the story on how I lost my best friend. And I got friends now, but I'll probably never get close to a female how I got to her. Sometimes I even wish me and her could still just like talk it out, work it out. Who knows? But I mean, more than likely that's probably not gonna happen, because I don't know. It is what it is. But don't trust these bitches. Don't trust these hoes. Don't trust these niggas. Don't trust these thoughts. Just don't trust nobody, because everybody do some fucked up shit out here. You know, ain't nobody perfect, and at some point everybody done fucked up with somebody, you know. But anyways, y'all, that's my little story time for y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Wiki, how I lost my friend. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all like, comment, and hit that bell. Turn on the post notifications. If y'all want some more story times, y'all can drop them in the comment section down below. And we're going to keep running it up. Peace out, gang. Peace out, squad. Peace out, gang. Peace out, squad.
Touch me, I'll shoot. Shake a little ass, you get a little bag and take it to the store. Get a little cash, you shake it real fast, you get a little